Okay. Did you guys ever read Dr. Seuss when you were growing up, or do you read him now? Maybe read him to kids, grandkids, whatever. I love Dr. Seuss. So creative, so brilliant. Well, there's a man who took Dr. Seuss' idea and turned it into his own kind of life in terms of what he's experienced. It's so brilliant. So he also does a lot of other things. I met him, and he made me laugh so much. I just had to have him on. We met at this wonderful trivia contest for showbiz and movies and at the Academy in San Francisco. Please welcome Christopher Goodwin. Hey, Christopher.
Hi, Jan. It's wonderful to talk to you. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Now tell me about this Dr. Seuss book. I read it.
Yes.
So funny. I was laughing out loud.
Thank you so much. So my life has always been filled with parody, satire, comedy. You know, I used to change up the lyrics of songs like any other kid. You know, it was Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, Robin Laid an Egg, all that. So comedy's always been a part of my life. And, you know, the two of us actually share a love of hats, too, after working at Beach Blanket Babylon for almost 15 years. I think I like a few hats.
Well, let's tell everybody Beach Blanket Babylon was this amazing classic show in San Francisco that parodied everything going on in our culture and had great big hats and was just amazing. I mean, and it went all over the world and a huge thing. You played, I believe, Donald Trump, right?
I did, yes, the day after the election and for a few years after that. And I always said to people, you know, if you can play Donald Trump on stage in front of, 300, 400 people the day after the election, a night, then you could really do anything.
What if you have to prepare to pee him? How do you prepare to be Donald Trump?
It took a lot of, it was a huge arc, actually, because I first started off, I was like, it was the worst. I've been on stage since I was 5, and this was the biggest opportunity, like one of the opportunities, but also I had stayed up until 3 a.m. the morning before with the election, watching the results come in. So we were all tired. Nobody was prepared.
And some were horrified.
Exactly. So, you're walking out on stage as Donald Trump, and you are just hoping that no one's going to throw something at you.
Right.
And I think it was so soon that the audience was you could just hear crickets. And so, but ultimately we were able to get to a point where I was able to walk out on stage and I was able to be the therapist for everybody because everyone would basically boo me for a minute straight, and then I would make them laugh. And that was something that I always want to do. I love taking, if there's hurt or pain or sadness, and turning that around and making them laugh. And that's kind of what I did with this book. So getting back to the book is a very playful parody, a well-known classic. The book title is One Gay, Two Gay, Old Gay, New Gay. And it's by B.I. Zaddy Seuss, and that's Zaddy with a Z, not Saddy with an S. And I'd like to call myself a more modern storyteller, and my cousin's a very famous doctor.
In real life, you mean? In real life?
No, Dr. Seuss. No, Zaddy Seuss is the pen name, yes. Zaddy Seuss is the pen name I'm using.
Right.
And I was it's a very famous cousin for a doctor.
I see.
But it explores the various subcultures in the queer community, and most of them are found right here in the Bay Area.
Right. I'm not queer, but I'm an ally, certainly, and I found a lot to laugh at there. I mean, it seems so real.
Thank you so much.
In a very funny, imaginative, weird way, bizarre way.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, well, my comedy is a little bit bizarre, and it's a little bit weird, but I feel like there's a lot of that needs to happen nowadays. I want people to laugh. There's so many things that we can talk about, and it's all negative.
Right.
And my goal in this life is to make people laugh and to bring a lot of positive energy into this world. So that if I can do that for 1, 2 people, I've made my day.
Tell me the title again.
It's a win.
It's so funny. The
title is One Gay, Two Gay, Old Gay, New Gay. And it's funny because I am a dad myself. I'm a daddy. And my son and I worked on this. I actually wrote the book pre-pandemic. And then once the pandemic hit, things kind of fell apart for a lot of people. And this was something that really brought us all together. This was something that I was able to write and illustrate. He was 9. He's actually going to be turning 10 this month. Yep, he's going to be turning 10 this month. I read him all of the Dr. Seuss books growing up. I read Dr. Seuss books growing up. It's just kind of part of the family.
Okay, so, Christopher, come on, he's a young kid. How do you explain some of this stuff?
Well, there were some pages I did skip over.
Uh-huh.
But what he really did enjoy was he loved the rhyming. He loved
the rhyming, yeah.
He loved helping with a lot of the artistic. You'd like to see the characters come to life because the book has always been there. And then just creating these little, the funny-looking characters and the illustrations, which I actually drew all with my finger on an app. I didn't use a stylus. This was all hand-drawn. Every single character in the book was hand-drawn,
because you can tell what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so it's really great that we have this book amidst everything going on.
Christopher, okay, so I just got done doing a piece, a column that I write about Johnny Mercer, okay? And he was like my favorite lyricist.
Yeah.
And he began early when he was about 8 or 9, rhyming, right? And he was all about rhyming. So maybe your kid is going to become a lyricist.
I will support him in whatever avenue he decides to go down.
Of course.
Because every parent wants their child to succeed and be happy.
Of course.
If he wants, he's always loved rhymes as well. And this is actually the first book in a series of books. The series is called The Unicorn with the Horn. And there will be kind of like, Cat in a Hat. And the series is, there will be 5 books in total. The next one I'm currently writing is called The Unicorn with the Horn is Born.
Oh, I love that!
And it's going through, and each book is about, I would say the rating is between G and PG. Mm-hmm. So this is for like a little bit older of a child. And most of these books are going to have...
young gay, I would say it's R-rated, I would.
Yeah, it's a little
risque toward the end there, yeah. But that's okay. I mean, just start over. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to read a few excerpts from the book if we have time.
Go ahead.
All right, so just a few of the pages for our listeners. Mm-hmm. So this one deals with, you're talking about being an ally. And so this page says, some have allies and some have none. Some thought they were the only one. When they came out, I cannot say that they have come a long, long way. And that's very true.
I
no matter
love that.
What happens.
Read a little more.
Sure. So I have another favorite. This is actually a 78-page book. So this is not like, something you read through. It's not 20 pages. This is a very lengthy book. So I'll read to you another few pages.
PG-rated or G-rated.
Absolutely. So this one is, for me, one of my favorites. I love dad jokes. We'll just put that up there. And this is in terms with with pronouns. So it starts thee, them, their, this, gender fluid, trans and cis, MTF, STM, masculine, neutral, and femme. LGBTQIA, yes, we were all born this way. Here's a chart for a beginner. Just don't call us late for dinner.
It's so cute. Okay, listen, we're running out of time, Christopher. Tell people how they can get it.
So this is available on Amazon's Kindle. And just type into your Amazon search engine, the little search bar, Zaddy Seuss. And that's Zaddy with a Z.
Zaddy.
Normal spelling. Zaddy with a Z.
Christopher, thank you so much, Christopher Goodwin.
Jan, it was so nice talking with you. Thank you so much.
Take care. Coming up.
Bye-bye.
Okay, you're just too good to be true, everybody. We're coming up with the guy who won the Tony for playing the lead and in the movie, the Clint Eastwood movie, The Four Seasons. We're coming up with the great John Lloyd Young. So come on back. You are listening to Sports Byline USA Broadcast Network.